I don't think so.
No?
I think
he's going to go for it?
Knowing Phil Simms, I have to believe, you know, last week against the Broncos, these Giants on their own 39 attempted a punt, but Reeson took the snap and got the first down on 4th down. So that it's possible that the special teams have another little gimmick up their sleeve, but I believe Simms was checking it out, and by staying on the field, Vern, he's saying to Parcells, hey, look at me, I'm out here, what do you think? Let's go for it. He's sending that little message to him.
Well, here he comes back, 4th down with 5 seconds to go.
Gutsy. I like this. This is interesting. This is a football team that needs one win to get into the tournament, as Parcells calls it, the playoff.
4th and 2, and the Cowboys. The 20 have given them a 9-0 lead. The Cowboys have had problems on offense. They haven't been close to scoring so far, so it's 9-0 at the half. But if you're a Giant fan and if you're a Giant coach, the most significant thing perhaps is an apparent re-injury to Lawrence Taylor. He favored that hairline fracture on his right leg. He had to leave for a play or two, and here's when it happened in the first half of play, as Lawrence Taylor, who missed last week's game, was injured the hairline fracture of his leg, and here's the way it happened.
Yeah, you notice he's lined up to the right, left of your screen, but it's lined up to his right outside, which is the side that his ankle is, the right ankle. Notice he's hobbling. He had to push to get back to the left. He has to push off his right ankle, and he's given to it. Looks like it's injured.
Terry, you suggested they ought to put him on the left side. They did. What advantage does that give him if you can show us when he pushes off?
Normally they want Lawrence on the side away from the tight end, but if he's on the right side, he's pushing with the broken ankle, and it gives, and he's not as effective. He's certainly not as strong. But if he's on the left side, now when he comes in and pushes to quarterback, he pushes with the good ankle, and he has the strength to push off and make the tackle or the sack.
The other injury was Phil Simms, who's been playing with an injured ankle for much of the year. Now, what happens to him with this re-injury to Phil Simms?
Well, you're going to notice that Simms will get hit. He has a bad right ankle also. He sets up. Notice he's not exactly coming back. Notice the shoe is also taped, setting inside, and then, boy, he just gets laid, just gets hammered there. Okay, now, so what happens? Notice the play earlier. When you have a bad right ankle as a quarterback and you go to push off, you push off with your right leg, and that gives you the strength to drive the football. But if you have a bad right ankle, you can't push off, and tendency is to stand straight up, and when you do that, you throw with your arm, and you don't drive with your leg, and the ball sails and goes high. If you normally throw good, you take a big stride, and that puts the ball right where you want it.
With the wind, here's the kick by Zendejas, and it'll be a touchback and come out to the 20-yard line. Phil Simms comes back on the field, favoring that injured ankle. Cowboys yards per attempt for Aikman 1.7, for Simms 7.9. Giants had the ball for much of the first half, and the total yardage only 53 for the Dallas Cowboys, 153 for the Giants. First and 10 from the 20. Ottis Anderson squirts through at left guard, picks up a yard before Dean Hamill makes the tackle.
Maurice Carthen, number 44, leading in. Actually, that's a play that a lot of teams use at the goal line, where they'll take another tight end and put him in motion instead of a running back, because the tight end, much larger, bigger body, going up inside, and then put Anderson in his hip pocket and have him go off the block. But that time Carthen went in motion, came inside. Anderson got in behind him for half a yard.
Officially no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Giants going into the wind. Simms back across the middle, tipped and incomplete. Intended for Anderson, and Gene Lockhart was defending it. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, if you're going to throw the ball to a tight end or a back coming across the middle, they must have depth. They must be at least 8 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, and therefore that will allow Simms enough room to drop it over the lineman's head and drop it down into the lap of the receiver. If the running back is too close to the line of scrimmage, that forces the quarterback to throw the ball high, almost intercepted.
3rd and 10. 8-man front for the Cowboys defensively. Simms in trouble, sacked. Down to the 15. Dean Hamill got him. And that is the 2nd sack of the day for a Cowboy unit that doesn't have that many. Only 23 coming in, and Sims is still down.
Stunts by the line. Hamill to the inside, coming to the outside. Now he matches up with Noonan, and then he sees Sims. He picks up Sims. Hamill does, comes off of his block and makes the sack.
Bill favors that ankle as he trots to the sideline. And now Landeta will kick it into the wind. Burbage waits at the Giant 45-yard line. That's a heck of a punt into this breeze. A heck of a punt. And it takes a lateral bounce before stopping at the 46-yard line.
Like a good 9-iron. When that ball hit, that thing didn't move a bit. That wind held it up, and that ball set right on this frozen turf and did not move 1 foot.
Cowboys go on offense, and they've had only 53 yards so far at their own 46. Giants defensively, good play by the defensive line. 42% of the tackles today have been coming from that front three.
Normally the defensive line in a 3-4, they're there to hold things up and free up the linebackers, but today the defensive line, just 3 of them, doing a heck of a job.
1st and 10, Dallas. Aikman under Stepnoski. 2 deep zone by the Giants. Aikman looks and fires, tipped away, almost picked off. Steve DiOssi, the former Dallas Cowboy who got crossways with Jimmy Johnson and Dave Onstead early.
The longer you hold the ball as a passer in zone coverages, the deeper the linebackers get. It's just natural. Aikman holding the ball, trying to get someone, waiting for them to come open, and now DiOssi just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper until eventually he's 20 yards deep right there to make the interception.
Steve told us day before yesterday he was trying to be kind in reacting to the trade to the Giants, but he just didn't buy into Johnson's program. That's the way he phrased it. 2nd down and 10. Aikman settles short, finds Paul Palmer, who fumbles the ball, and the Cowboys, well, there's a scramble. Who got it?
Nope. They're going to say it's down, Vern.
The ball was dead. And the Cowboys will maintain possession.
It's too cold to get fancy. You got to put the ball away and make one move and go with it. You can't juke. Palmer, we said earlier, wants to get involved with the passing. There he's involved. Too many moves. The ball comes loose before he hits the ground. Hey, that's a fumble. The ball comes loose before he hits the ground. That's a fumble.
Are they looking at replay? No, they are not. There may have been a whistle because the replay is not holding it up. 3rd down. Darrell Johnson, the long setback. Blitz coming. Aikman in trouble. Carl Banks.
Taylor. Banks. Taylor coming to the outside. Well, on the right side. The bad ankle side. Went inside. Must have got a little medicine for it. Looks like he's doing a pretty good job there. Doesn't seem to have any ill effects whatsoever from the first half.
Saxon's 5th punt. Make it back at the 10-yard line. Respecting the win. Saxon has had 1 block. That by Dwayne Giles. That will field goal. Tom Rafferty, the long-time center, looks back, making sure everything is set. Rafferty now back up to Stepnoski.
All out punt rush, the Cowboys think.
Fake, forget it.
Took too long.
Gave it away.
Gave it, exactly. It took too long. It gave it away. All of a sudden, the Giants are thinking, hey, this something's fancy here. Rafferty's making all these calls. People start pointing, and then all of a sudden, the Giants say, hey, this is a gadget. Watch for the fake punt.
Terry Bradshaw said at the stop of the show, special teams would be important today. The ball game as the Cowboys try the fake punt. The Giants stop it, and they've got a 1st down. Phil Sims hobbled by the bad ankle. Giants up at the 43-yard line. Lionel Manuel starts in motion. Sims hands it off at the middle. Ottis Anderson plunging down inside the 35 near the 33-yard line. That's close for a 1st down. Well, it is a very special pleasure to welcome to our booth now the Longtime head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Tom Landry. Tom, watching the first game since you left the Cowboys, what emotions did you have in the first half of the ball game?
Well, Vern, I really didn't have too much emotion since the Giants and the Cowboys are my two teams that I've been with all through my career. And so I was just kind of, there's so many changes in the Giants. I mean, in the Cowboys now that it's really hard for me to really identify with them. But I'm enjoying the game very much.
We'll get back to the conversation in a moment. The Giants have a first down and 10 for 34. And Anderson gets the handoff. The Cowboys' Dean Hamill makes the stop at 30.
You said, Coach, that you have so many friends. And you played for the Giants, coach the Cowboys. But if that's the case, then which way would you be leaning? Are you pulling since you're sitting in Wellington Mara's box?
You know, I'm always pulling for Dallas because I'm always going to be a Dallas Cowboy, obviously. But, you know, it means so much to the Giants to win this one and go on into the playoffs that you kind of have to be a little sympathetic with them.
The second down now for the Giants. Second down and 7. New York is up by a count of 9-0. And we're early in the third quarter. Sims, handoff, reverse. Mark Ingram. Jeffcoat read it, but got blocked by Sims. And now the knockdown at the 29-yard line. That'll bring up a third down. Tom, I remember so many road trips when I was doing the Cowboys radio broadcast. When they would come and play in New York, you always made it a point to have dinner with Wellington Mara and his family. I would assume you had dinner with them again this time, or do you have a chance?
Well, we didn't this time because we were kind of busy. We came in here on business, really. And there, you know, I'm going to write a book.
I think we ought to mention that. Yep.
I didn't think I'd ever write a book, but this is the first one I'm ever going to write and probably my last one for sure. But we hope to get it out by August. You know, Terry writes such good burps. You know.
Coach, do you have a copy of my book?
I do. I really do. At least you sold one.
Third down. Pass right side, and that'll be close for the first down. As
I believe he has it, Bernie, stretched out the very last. Robinson stretched the ball out, and when you stretch it out, before you hit the ground, that's where they'll mark it.
Ray Horton is arguing with it. Let's see.
Okay.
See if he got the first down. There's the spot inside the 25. And they're going to have to bring the chain all the way, if they bring the chain, from the far side. Fourth down.
Coach, have you given any thought to this business, this line of work?
No, I really haven't, Terry. It seems interesting. But,
okay, Tom, your turn to call it. 4th and 1. Where do you go?
4th and 1. You better run.
They did.
There you go.
Carthen.
Yeah.
Now let's check the spot and see if he got the first down.
Lockhart obviously saying no and Sims saying yes.
Check the first down now, and they'll bring the chain out. Giants, of course, with a victory today, can go into the playoffs. And they are currently tied. They will, let's see, bring the chain out? Yes.
Well, the Giants are having a real conservative game plan today. It's one of those dangerous ones, you know, because the Cowboys score is going to really make a difference.
And having coached here for so many years, Coach, this win does have an effect on an offense, doesn't it?
Terrible down this end, especially. This is where it's really difficult.
Here's the stretch.
Didn't make it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yes.
Got it by that much. Tom, we're going to let you go back and enjoy the rest of the game, but I do want to ask you, I mean, it must be very difficult for you in a sense to look down at the Cowboy bench where you stood so many years and see Jimmy Johnson down there.
Well, yes, it's a little difficult to do that, but, you know, time passed. I had a great career, and so I can't complain at all.
You look terrific. I know you're enjoying as best you can these years.
I feel great. Good to see you guys.
Thank you, Tom.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Good luck to you.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck with your book.
One author to another.
I'll certainly buy his book since I know he bought mine. At least that's what he said.
Wait till Tom finds out about the book tours.
Oh.
He's going to be great on Oprah's show. First down.
Kind of money Tom's getting for his book. I imagine he won't mind it.
Giants lead at 9-0. 8:30 to go. Sims hands it off up the middle. Flags are down. Ottis Anderson is as well.
How many times do you see this in the National Football League, especially with a veteran football team, with a veteran quarterback who will change a cadence? He will get out of his normal cadence, go longer with his cadence, and then the defense jumps off sides. They're used to one way of him calling the signals, and then he changes them up. It catches them. Watch the defensive line of the Cowboys.
Offside. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Will still be first down.
That little head movement by Sims that time helped a little bit. Normally you can't do that, but when he gave that little head nod that time, the Cowboys responded by jumping off sides.
Go back to the first half and the documentation of the Giants' problems inside the 20. 25th in the league in scoring touchdowns inside the 20. This is the 4th time they've been inside the 20 in the ball game, and they've settled previously for 3 field goals. 1st and 5. Anderson to the 14-yard line. The tackle made by Willie Broughton.
Up the middle, the Giants are attacking. The tackles of the Cowboys are going up the middle, and what is happening is that the 2 tackles, Hamill and Broughton, are going to the outside, and when they go to the outside, the middle linebacker has to feel up the middle, and what they're now finding out is that they can take their big lineman and go up the middle, knock out the linebacker, and give a seam to their back to run with the football.
2nd and 1. 7:28 to go, 3rd quarter. Giants lead 9-0. A victory, and they're in the playoffs. Eagles looking on. They go down to New Orleans on Monday night. Ingram in motion. Anderson goes left. Searches for enough for the first down and may have found it.
See, this weather and this wind at this part of this stadium really forces an offense into a very limited role. There's very little things. There are very few things that Sims can do. He can't throw the fade because that's a loft route, and the pass might end up in the cheap seats. It's very hard to do play action. He turns his back, and they blitz. He gets sacked. It's very hard for him to use all his offense in this area.
If you ever wondered how much is in a roll, you just got shown. That thing stretched forever. Third and 1. Anderson. That's a first down. Look at him struggle. It'll be 1st and goal, New York. Giants, by the way, in the 30-year history of this rivalry, have never won 4 in a row from the Cowboys. They've won 3 in a row prior to today. Bill Parcells' bunch, 30-13 in the first game down in Dallas. And now 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Parcells, who said, we're not as good as we were in October, in large part because of injuries. Toss. Anderson goes by Danny Noonan and then is spilled back near the line of scrimmage. Ken Norton makes the tackle.
Great job by Noonan. That play designed to go to the outside with Rousson 22, the tight end, and a flex onto that side. Everything showed that time the Giants wanted to go wide to the right, but Noonan, playing that left defensive end, got upside, knocked everything off, and forced Anderson that time to cut back inside. Anderson, early in his career, excellent at cutting back, but now not a cutback runner, a power runner.
Anderson and Carthen in the backfield now on 2nd down. Sims throwing the ball, modest numbers, 8 of 18 for 134 yards. Anderson to the 3-yard line. Nice run. Willie Broughton makes the tackle.
You know, one of the real teaching tools of coaches is that if you're going to tackle a great back, I mean, this is old stuff here, but if you're going to tackle him, don't tackle him high. If you tackle him and grab, look at Broughton, number 79. He's got him high. And what happens? Anderson, with those huge, powerful thighs, just turns his back, leans into Broughton, and just drives him all the way down to about the 3.5-yard line.
Cowboys have been susceptible to fade routes in this circumstance. You think Sims might throw the ball here?
I don't think so. I think Sims wants to continue running the ball and let his line, which has done an excellent job of drive blocking, continue to do that.
That's what he's going to do. And he's going to be stopped short, so they'll have to settle for a Nittmo field goal again.
Yeah, I really believe the fade route, which is something. This is what I was talking about earlier. Your offense is so restricted because of the weather conditions and the footing that it's very important that you stay with what's working. The running game is working. Sims stayed with it. Whether Ron Earhart, the offensive coordinator of the Giants.
They're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
Now,
no field goal.
If you go for it on 4th and goal, this is where I would say this is a great chance. Sims cannot run. Sims has a bad leg. So if you're going to run down here, then you're going to run those little picks, a little play action, cross everyone, and try to get your back. But that's the conditions. Once again, running has been the key.
They're going to take the delay call, I believe. No, timeout. The clock got down to 1 second on the 45-second clock, and then Phil Simms called time. So time has been called. It's 4th and goal at the 2, and we'll see what the Giants have in mind in a moment. The Giants have had the ball for 11 plays, 8 minutes. They've gone all of 40 yards. They have 4th and goal at the 2. They break the huddle quickly. Cowboys get set, double tight end. That's Ingram in motion. And Simms, the KG quarterback, may have drawn Dallas offside.
He did. He went on. Simms went on the long count once again. Watch his head.
Defense, number 60, penalized half the distance, 4th down.
See the nod of the head by Phil Simms?
Right. Smart call. Smart call. The play they had called, I don't have any idea what it was, but Simms now is in a position now that the running game is really the play to run now. No play action here. Now he got that half the distance to the goal line. Now it's just a case of whether the tackles for the Cowboys go down inside. If they do, the Cowboys will go over top. I mean, the Giants over top. If they go out, they'll go straight up the middle.
Riesenberg has pointed out an eligible receiver. Roberts on the right side. 4th and goal from the 1. Handoff, Anderson, touchdown! That's his 12th of the year on the ground.
A read by Anderson getting on Carthen's hip. Carthen got into that time Ken Norton. He got the shoulder block on him. Anderson read it, popped to the outside, walked into the end zone.
Nittmo for the extra point. He's knuckled 2 field goals through down there. It's blocked. Jim Jeffcoat, who twice in his career has returned intercepted passes for touchdowns against the Giants, blocks the extra point. Back with the kickoff in a moment. Green on this blustery December afternoon, one of the more ardent football fans in America, former president of the United States, Richard Nixon, who was out here in the wind enjoying the day. No private box for him, huh?
No private box.
I like that.
Nobody protecting him, just out here
enjoying the game. Here's the kick. Dixon to the 30, 35, maybe. $16 yards on the return and a flag down. And it's going to be against the Giants, apparently. Here's Dick Hantak.
Offside, number 47 on the kickoff, penalized 5 yards. We will re-kick.
Greg Jackson. Let's go back and take a look at that touchdown run by Ottis Anderson and watch the fine block he got, Jerry, by Maurice Carthen.
Well, the key was the offensive line allowed no penetration. Therefore, the block by Carthen became the most important block. Notice no penetration, so Carthen has the freedom to go outside. He gets into Norton. He holds him up, and then Anderson just bounces off to the outside. No support out there. Easy touchdown.
Extra point was blocked by Jeff Goat now after the 5-yard penalty. Nittmo will kick off from the 30-yard line. Time of possession more than double in New York's favor. Nittmo will kick it deep. Squib kick. Dixon at the 30. And he got the 5 yards additional that the penalty cost him, so he's out to the 42-yard line. Lewis Tillman makes the tackle. 14 on the return this time. And the Cowboy offense comes out looking for its first point of the game. They've been shut out twice this year. They were shut out 28-0 the season opener. They were shut out on Thanksgiving Day by Philadelphia 27-0. 2 times this year in the previous 29 years of the Cowboy history, they had been shut out just 3 times. So they have had problems scoring in 1989. First and 10, Dallas. Aikman 4 of 13. Right side. Caught by Keith Jennings, the rookie tight end. That's his second catch. And he's out of bounds at the 46. Coming up next, it's the season premiere of college basketball on CBS, the home of the NCAA championship. Joey Meyer's DePaul Blue Demons venture to the Dean Dome to take on the North Carolina Tar Heels. That's coming up next, right here on CBS. Out to the 46-yard line. It'll be second down. There's that roll of paper has been flying all over that end of the stadium. Double tight end set now. Steve Folsom back in the lineup. Play fake. Aikman, Bernard Ford. And that's a first down for the Cowboys after Perry Williams makes the tackle. Bernard Ford, reputed to have 4.35 second speed in the 40-yard line, but he was caught from behind last week after a blocked kick. He picked it up, and Jesse Small of the Eagles ran him down from behind, Terry, and Jimmy Johnson's renamed him.
He's renamed and calls it 4-6 Ford, 4-6 for the 40-yard dash now. Now all week long he had to put up with the fact that he is supposedly able to run a 4-3, but Johnson said it looked like a 4-6 to me, so they've nicknamed him 4-6.
First and 10 at the 46. Aikman back. Taylor trying to come. Taylor came. Aikman dodges him. What a run by Aikman. And then he's down after a 3-yard gain at the 43.
Excellent moves by Aikman. 2-minute offense. They're now running the 2-minute offense.
Cowboys going without a huddle, and they're back at the line of scrimmage. Right side. Folsom at the 40.
Great hands by Folsom, using the tight ends now. And all Aikman is doing is calling double patterns. Pattern to the right side is the same one to the left side. He's just reading the coverage and going away from the strength of the coverage.
3rd and 4. With time, left side, wide open, Tartalatossi. First down, inside the 20, nifty move to the 17-yard line. Mark Collins with the tackle.
Gave Collins the move as if he were going, Talatasi as if he was going outside, showed that area, then moved back inside of Collins and picked up another 6 yards. But Aikman with the 2-minute offense, or the hurry-up offense, if you will, just going up, calling the plays at the line of scrimmage, and then getting up, reading the coverage, and doing a good job of getting the ball to the people that are open.
From the 17, it's 15-0 Cowboys. Giants instead of the Cowboys. There's the toss down inside the goal line. First and goal, Dallas. Cornell Burbage with the catch. 15-0 Giants leading, not Dallas. Terry?
Now you're looking at the hurry-up offense inside the 5-yard line, but the problem is to run in here, you have to bring in your goal line offense. So Aikman's going to be forced to call a timeout. It looks like a big mess up. And when you have a young quarterback, he's running one offense, and when a team calls for the goal line, they can't do that to him. They put him in a bad position, forced him that time to call the timeout.
Streamer is blowing. The Cowboys have the wind at their back for another 18 seconds. They have a first and goal at the 2-yard line, trailing 15-0. Back split, double tight end set, strength to the left. That's Jennings, the tight end, in motion. Play fake. Aikman. Deep for Folsom, incomplete. Flag is down. It'll be first and goal. Gary Reasons, I believe, is going to be flagged. Here's the call.
Pass interference. Defense, number 55. We will penalize half the distance to the goal. First down.
A play action, fools no one at the goal line. Reason just absolutely turns his back, runs with his coverage, which is Folsom, and then puts the left arm on Folsom's hip before the ball arrives. You can't touch a receiver.
Picky.
The Cowboys are using this hurry-up offense not because they're trying to fool the Giants. They're just trying to get as many passing plays in this drive as they can before the quarter ends, and they have to start throwing against the wind.
Really picky.
Brutal little. I bet his hips bruised this one.
Yeah, he really slapped him, didn't he? First and goal. High formation this time.
Over the top.
Palmer the deep back. Goes right. Jailed by Pepper Johnson.
Wrong guy to be running up the middle. This is an area for Johnston, the big fullback. This is an area where you don't have time to make moves. You either go up over the top, you turn around and give it to the big power back and let him move the pile. Bad call.
Boo-Boo only weighs $180 and change. That's the end of the third quarter with the score. 15-0. Giants. We now pause for a word from your local station. Johnson is stopped on second and goal. It'll be third and goal. Darrell Johnston, the rookie from Syracuse.
Well, there's the power back I was talking about, but there was not much there. You tried Palmer, he didn't get it. You tried Johnston, he didn't get it. This is the bad end. This is where the wind's blowing. If you do play action and get outside, the option would be for Aikman, who is the leading rusher over the last 4 games. He would have the option to run it or to throw it. But at this period, I would think this is the chance once again. Palmer's in. Give him the ball.
Third and goal. Play fake. Nobody open. Aikman drills it. That is, yes, it is a touchdown. Oh, a delayed call. And Folsom is given credit for 6.
The ball has to break the plane. The player doesn't. The ball does. If the ball is caught and the receiver sticks it across the goal line, it is a touchdown. Aikman with a lot of pressure. Play action. Finds Folsom. Excellent job. Kennard from getting Folsom not get in. But then the reach by Folsom on the fumble. I don't know. Man, I don't know. I can't tell from that, but it looks to me, Vern. All right, let's look. Folsom, knee down, knee down. Call it back. Call it back and put the ball on the 1-yard line. That's not a touchdown. Did not break the plane. The knee was down. Should not be a touchdown. They should call this play back.
No indication that they're looking at it yet.
Yeah, see, it's very simple. Here's the rule. You make the reception, and then the ball breaks the plane before you go down. It's a touchdown.
Now they're looking at it. Replay official is looking at it.
All right, there's the catch. There's the knee. The ball is not crossed the goal line. Therefore, that ball should be spotted about a foot away from the goal line.
Bill Swanson is the replay official. Don Carlson is the head linesman who made the touchdown signal.
If you're going to do play action, why do play action drop back? Why not do play action with the option to run and pass? Why play action and drop straight back? You got a young, strong kid that can run with it. Get him outside for play action.
Pepper Johnson urging the crowd on. And we wait. Bill Swanson up in the replay booth. Folsom is the man who tried to lean but had that knee down about the 1.5-yard line. And it was the line judge, Don Carlson, who signaled touchdown. Here it is again.
There's the catch. Oh, once again, folks, you have to make a legal catch. That is a legal catch. Now, once you're caught, is your momentum stopped prior to the ball crossing the plane, the goal line? Yes. Folsom's right knee hit the ground prior to his extending the ball out over the plane. The ball should be brought back.
We have a reversal. We have a reversal. The runner's knee was down. The ball is to be placed on the 1-yard line. 4th down.
the Cowboys will have a 4th and goal from the 6-inch line.
You want a touchdown? I'll give you one.
All right.
Quarterback sneak over the top, pull the ball out, extend it, Aikman, and you got a touchdown. All he has to do is lunge with the ball in his hands over top and extend it beyond the goal, the plane. He'll have a touchdown.
They give it to Palmer.
Bad call.
What a bad call. You got a tiny running back weighing 180 pounds. They try a sweep to the left, and Carl Banks says, "Thank you very much, and Merry Christmas to you."
Forces, you're in with quality people and quality experiences.
Opportunity is waiting for you, in the U.S. Armed Forces. You want a deal? Well, here comes the deal.
Now get low 4.8 APR financing for up to 48 months on all new Cutlass Supremes.
This deal is not just another deal.
It's Oldsmobile's new generation celebration. We've made it possible for our dealers to pass along millions of dollars to their customers on all other models. Hurry, these deals won't last forever.
This is a deal on a new generation automobile.
Life's full of simple pleasures, like the comfort of Levi's jeans. Or had you forgotten?
This NFL game summary is sponsored by Levi's 506 jeans. Cut a little fuller in the thigh for extra comfort.
181 yards for the New York Giants, 104 for the Dallas Cowboys. If it was 105, they'd have a touchdown right now. Phil Simms, 9 of 19 for 139. That's kind of indicative of the conservative nature of the offenses of both teams in these conditions. And Nittmo with 3 field goals, 15-0 right now. And I know, Terry, that you really disagreed with the play selection on 4th and goal.
It made no sense. You played into the strength of the Giants. Their speed and their strength is with their linebackers, their pursuit. You can't run the ball from a deep eye and go out wide at the goal. It just doesn't work, and that's just a terrible call.
Handoff up the middle. Ottis Anderson out to the 11-yard line. And, of course, the 4th down call was made after a touchdown had been taken away. And a really good example of the proper use of replay by Bill Swanson. If there is indisputable visual evidence that a mistake has been made, reverse the call. He did, and it only took him 2.5 minutes. Jimmy Johnson looks on. His team still scoreless, 15-0.
He has to be, Johnson has to be going crazy, wondering what in the world's going on. Especially has to question that 4th down call. Has to.
From the 11, 2nd down. Anderson stacked up at the 13-yard line. Tackle made by Vince Albritton. Well, football today and tomorrow on CBS. NFL regional action starting with the NFL today at 12:30 Eastern Time. Early games will include Minnesota at Cleveland, Green Bay at Chicago, and Tampa at Detroit. Later on, the Redskins travel to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. That's tomorrow starting at 12:30 here on CBS.
You know, this is it. This is the 4th quarter now, and Johnson has now brought in the 7 new people once again, giving a lot of people a different look. And one of those, you've got Francis over at corner and Manny Hendricks. Guys he wants to see cover people, see how they do.
First down, Maurice Carthen. There's Ron Francis and Ray Horton. Jesse Solomon made the tackle.
What Parcells would like now is just to go ahead and be able to drive this ball, Vernon, eat the clock up and protect Simms, hope that Simms does have to get back and throw the football, kind of call the shots now. And if he can do that and walk away here with another touchdown, we'll probably see another quarterback come in. Simms with a bad ankle, and right now. We're just going to see ball control, ball control. Win now is at the back of the Giants.
They're up by 15. If they win today, they're in the playoffs. The Eagles, with whom they are tied, play at New Orleans on Monday night. Both teams with 10-4 records, and of course Philadelphia having defeated New York twice has a tiebreaker advantage. Anderson tiptoes, comes loose. Left side, Ray Horton makes the tackle at the 42-yard line.
I said earlier that one thing Anderson doesn't do in this stage of his career is cut back. He's too big. He's played too long. Look at Lockhart going to the outside. He's reading Anderson. He says, I've got him now. Anderson reads Lockhart, cuts against the grain, something I said he couldn't do. And I say, okay, I'm wrong. You're right. Great job by Ottis Anderson.
Lewis Tillman checks in. That's a gain of 18 yards for Anderson, who now has 78 yards on 21 carries, trying to get 1,000 for the season. A game and a quarter left. Ingram in motion, 15-0. Tillman.
Lockhart.
Gene Lockhart with another tackle.
Lockhart told us he loves the play of the 4-3 because this Johnson 4-3 is an aggressive, attacking 4-3. The middle linebacker just simply reads, looks through the backfield, and goes to the football. Unlike the flex, where he read and took an area, this time he reads and goes to the football.
Clock winding down now. 10 minutes and 22 seconds to go. Too Tall Jones on the sideline. This may or may not be his final season with Dallas. He said he doesn't know if a rebuilding team wants the luxury of having him back. Here's Tillman going around the right side and down to the 49-yard line. Just another thought on Too Tall, Terry, is the class with which he has handled his backup status now. Jimmy Johnson talked about it, and what a dignified man he is.
He just said that he understands it. He said, I understand my role with the Cowboys. I understand that if you're going to rebuild, he said, I don't necessarily want to be a part of a rebuilding team. I'm too old, and understands it and accepts it.
Back in 1974, he was the #1 draft choice of the Cowboys. The next year in 75, Dallas drafted a fellow by the name of Ed Jones from Rutgers. He was a defensive back. Needless to say, they nicknamed him Too Small. So for 4 games in preseason in 75, you had Too Tall and Too Small playing. Unfortunately, Too Small wasn't too good. Never made the roster.
That's too bad. It would have been nice to have him out there.
3rd and 2.
Oh,
that may be a
Abbott Costello here.
Yeah, right. That may be a first down at the 47.
Giants once again just playing Parcells football. You know, one of the things you try to do, Giants look like obviously they're going to make the playoffs, and one of the things you look for is that edge. Who's on top of their game? And it's so hard to really judge on offense in this type of weather. You don't know if Sims is really going to have a great passing day when he gets to warm. You really don't know a lot about your passing attack, but you judge championships by defense and great offensive line play to run the football. And today you got to say the offensive line and the defense of the Giants are ready to go.
Hand off to Ottis Anderson, goes right down to the 42-yard line. Gene Lockhart with another tackle at that middle linebacker spot, and the clock down to 8:09 and rolling. Jesse Solomon gets a hand up. With the wind behind them, the Cowboys trying to cinch a playoff spot. 20 rushes in the second half and 2 passes. Giants, I beg your pardon. Things are flying around up here in the booth. At least they're not snowballs.
Not snowballs. That's what
right.
I was. At least you're not ducking snowballs.
2nd and 6. Fumble. How about that for a fortuitous bounce? Right back into the hands of Anderson. And Jack Del Rio makes the tackle.
Once again, this is a great block, a great lead block by Maurice Carthen, 44, coming inside. And all Anderson does is get on his hip and go off of his block. If Carthen kicks in, then Anderson goes out. If Carthen kicks out, then Anderson goes in. It's that simple. Beautiful job of blocking by Maurice Carthen.
Third down. Anderson with 90 yards.
If Bavaro were playing today, it would be an ideal situation for Sims to throw the ball to his tight end. He loves to throw to his tight end in this situation.
This time he'll hand it off to Anderson, who is stuffed.
Oh, Danny Noonan. Beautiful job by Noonan.
And that'll bring up fourth down.
Great job by this guy. Moved from tackle back out to in once again because of the weight, because he's quicker now, and they feel like Johnson does that he really is suited now for defensive end. Coming off his block, penetrating, and doing a great job of making the stop.
Sean Landeta comes out, and Cornell Burbage heads back at the 15-yard line. He'll go a little bit farther back to return the punt.
It'll be interesting to see what Landeta does. Will he do the punt, the pooch kick? Or if he tries to kick it out of bounds, if he tries to angle it out of bounds, normally a right-footed kicker will kick to his left. He won't kick to his right for fear that if he eases up, he will shank the ball and knock it out of bounds and give the Cowboys good field field position.
Giants will take a delay of game call, which doesn't hurt them at all. It'll cost them 5 yards. And here's Dick Cantat.
Delay, offense, number 5, 5-yard penalty, fourth down.
Well, he looked in his contract, and he says if I average 43 yards a punt a game, I get a bonus check, so I'll take the penalty, back me up. Now I'm going to knock this rascal all the way into the end zone.
Well, you know what he does do. Sean Landeta leads the league in net punt average, which is 38 yards plus. That's outstanding. And that's really a greater barometer of the effectiveness of your punting game than anything else. Kind of a pooch kick. And
not a good pooch kick.
No, won't be proud of that one. Burbage with a fair catch, a 28-yard punt. Cowboys get it back with only 5:37 to go in the game. 5:37 remaining between the Giants and the playoff spot. They lead it by a 15-0 count over the Cowboys. Dallas had a touchdown awarded on their last possession, but reversed by the instant replay official. And then they were tackled for a loss on 4th and goal from the 1. So the Cowboys close to their third shutout of 1989. First down and 10. Aikman, Bartolotossi, and Steve Diossi throws him down like a calf. There's Steve Diossi.
Aikman is using his hands to direct the offense. As a rookie quarterback, I have never seen a rookie quarterback do everything with a check with me at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw again. Settles for the short man. Almost picked off by Carl Banks. It surprised him and hit him right in the shoulder pad.
It did, but the point is Aikman, a rookie with a rookie center, 5 offensive starters that are rookies, and he's up there calling all the plays at the line of scrimmage, and that really says a lot. Number one, this kid obviously is very smart, football-wise, very smart. Also, when he bumps his hands together, he is calling the coverage for his receivers, telling them which one is the hot man. So he's doing all of that with his hands. You know, they had that problem with the timeout. They've changed that and gone to bumping the palms, bumping the fist.
That problem with the timeout came against the Rams 2 weeks ago when a signal for a formation was mistaken as a timeout signal. Here's Aikman, and Burbage wasn't looking for the ball at all. Not at all. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, the hurry-up offense by the Cowboys kind of backfired at hurry-up. All it did was hurry up and get them off the field. The word. You never know. Parcells has always given you the con game. We're not that good. We don't run the ball that well. We're not as good now as we were earlier in the year. And we sit there, and I think he thinks we believe it, but I don't think you and I do.
Carthen.
First down.
Now let's see if Parcells gets the spot he wants here.
You know, he talks about his kitchen cabinet at home and how he has to go home to his wife and his daughters and listen to how bad he coached or how poor his decisions were. And this guy's really a mess. I mean, you get him off of football for just a little bit, and he's quite a comedian.
Well, one of the ironies of his family life, of course, is that one of his daughters is named Dallas. Bill said he's taking care of the Christmas gifts for the girls, but he hasn't taken care of the boss yet. That's coming. He'll feel a lot more in a mood to do that if they win today. 1st and 10. 15-0. 2.5 to go. Lewis Tillman goes right. Down from 35-yard line. Coming up tomorrow on CBS, NFL regional action starting with the NFL today at 12:30 Eastern. Early games will include Minnesota at Cleveland, Green Bay at Chicago, and Tampa Bay at Detroit. Later, it's the Redskins traveling to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. That's tomorrow, starting at 12:30 right here on CBS. 2-minute warning. The New York Giants are 2 minutes away from the playoffs. They haven't been there in a couple of years. Lead. I'm just trying to figure where that fella in the middle lives. 2 minutes to go in the ball game, and it's a fifth, but he's warmer than a lot of folks here. Bill Parcells' team very conservative in the second half. They've kept it on the ground with a 9-0 halftime lead. Bill Sims has thrown the ball only twice in this half, and it's a 2nd down right now. The Cowboys can stop the clock only twice more with timeouts. 1st and 10 on the 36. Tillman goes left. Everson Walls with the tackle at the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 19 yards.
Another cutback run. You know what's happening, Vern, is when the Giants go to the right side and that middle linebacker, Lockhart, he keys in on that back. He steps out of position. They're doing such an excellent job with Eric Moore back to the back side that it's allowing the cutback, and Tillman's getting big yardage.
1:25 to go. And off to Tillman again. And he's down at the 16-yard line. No gain on that play. Remember, after basketball coming up tonight on CBS, it's the Hallmark Hall of Fame. The Secret Garden, holiday viewing for the entire family. And then it's Saturday night with Connie Chung. That's tonight on CBS. Unusual to do a Saturday game, right? My wife Nancy got up this morning and went to the television set to turn on Sunday Morning with Charles Carroll, her favorite program. Wasn't there. Cartoons. It's a little disconcerting. 2nd down and 10. And the ball is down at the 16-yard line. DePaul, North Carolina coming up next. The New York Giants, a team noted for its defense, get their first shutout since 1985 this afternoon. Last time they shut out a team, Philadelphia, 21-0 in 85 on September 5th. And Bill Parcells' team is in the playoffs, and Ed Too Tall Jones didn't play a lot today. May have only one more game left for the Cowboys, and if that's the case, he said he's keeping all of his options open. He doesn't know whether he's going to retire or perhaps go on to another team. Might come back. Don't forget, coming up next, the post-game show with scores and highlights. Herb and Brent back in our studios across the Hudson, and Terry and I will be right here. Giants in their playoffs. Philadelphia takes on New Orleans on a Monday night, so the Giants can sit back and watch that game and see what their future is. 15-0, our final score. The Giants win it. Coming up next, the NFL Today postgame show with Brent and Herb.